What's up, Rasmanites? I'm here today to do my belated thoughts on Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. The reason this didn't get up sooner is because I spent all day yesterday trying to figure out how to do background noise compression because of my refrigerator running and the humming from the fridge getting into my videos and ruining the awesome sound of my new Blue Yeti microphone. In the end, I figured out how to turn my fridge off, so it's no longer an issue. So yeah, belated thoughts on Monday Night Raw today on the Razman's Reality. You'll notice that I use the term thoughts because to me, when it comes to weekly shows, you're not really reviewing anything. It's not like a pay-per-view where you're breaking down the entertainment value and the matches. On a show, it's consistent from week to week and you're just judging on whether or not any cool moments happen. So I prefer the term thoughts when it comes to shows. So, for a Raw that I was expecting for it to be not a very good Raw, because I knew that the Rock wasn't going to be in the house, and that whole thing left a bad taste out of my mouth. And if you don't know my opinions on that, there's a video that I made last week called The Rock Being Treated Differently as WWE Champion is Wrong, so go and check that one out. But I wasn't expecting much from this Raw because I'm like, how are they going to cover for the fact that their champion's not even in the house? Well, they ended up giving us arguably the best Raw we've had in 2013. And that cannot be good for the people who think that, oh, The Rock needs to be there. Yeah, he might help ratings, but he doesn't need to be there. So, what happened? Well, first of all, it broke early in the day, so it was a big spoiler that nobody could avoid, but it's a spoiler I don't mind because it's not a spoiler that affects action, and it was just wonderful news to hear. Finally, the most deserving wrestler of all time, arguably, Bruno Sammartino, gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And I'm so glad that WWE was able to do enough to change their steroid testing and therefore change the overall mentality that Bruno Sammartino was so against in professional wrestling that it kept him from going in, because there will never be an 8-year champion again. There will never be one individual, as much as I love Chris Jericho, CM Punk, and many, many others, there will never be one individual who did as much for the business as Bruno Sammartino. The only other person you can make an argument for is Hulk Hogan, and that's a whole other debate for a whole other time. So, Bruno Sammartino, incredibly deserving, and I apologize if you can hear background noise. My mom is doing something with the washer out there. But anyway, there'll never be anyone more deserving of an accolade than Bruno Sammartino is of being a Hall of Famer. So, congrats to Bruno. Long time coming, far too long. Then we get a Raw active poll, which sets up a match between my two favorite wrestlers of all time, Chris Jericho and CM Punk. A rematch from last year, and my God, what a match that was. That blew the WrestleMania 28 match out of the water. I don't care what anybody says, which in a way is kind of sad because they had almost a 3-month build for that feud last year, and in one match they outdid themselves a year later, which is just amazing. And it just proves that what can happen when WWE is forced to listen to the fans and give the fans what they want. At least that's what they're saying. They're saying that the original plan for Raw was to have Orton versus Punk, and that the overwhelming voting of the fans crashing the app, which did legitimately happen, by the way, and I can tell you that because I have the WWE app and I was trying to use it to vote for Jericho. So that legitimately did happen. The app crashed from so many people trying to vote. But here's my problem with believing that WWE actually saying that the fan vote is legitimate this time. The way they structured the interviews, they had Mysterio first, then Orton, then Jericho. And with the ability and the amazing match that those two pulled off, I don't think that could be something that happened in a last minute change. A match like that is a match that needs a lot of backstage off-camera preparation before a show goes on to be able to put out that level of performance. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, not 100% buying WWE's claim that it was legitimate. My God, what a main event. Then we get a segment on Miz TV between The Miz and Paul Heyman, where Paul Heyman vehemently denies that he had anything to do with Brock Lesnar showing up and quote-unquote breaking Vince McMahon tip the week before. So it's revealed storyline-wise that Vicky Guerrero is the one signing him. So that was an interesting twist that I wasn't expecting. And then of course The Miz got the F5. So good to see Brock 2 weeks in a row. Then we get the most surprising few moments of the night with Daniel Bryan actually getting the one-on-one victory over Sheamus. I wasn't expecting that. So Daniel Bryan secures his place in the Elimination Chamber. I really hope that this means he's going to be back in the world title picture in 2013 in some form or fashion. And then right after that, as soon as that happens, we get boo, yeah, step up, bring it back, boo, yeah, what's up, somebody gonna get the ass kicked, somebody gonna get their wings clipped. Mark Henry returns out of freaking nowhere, and I popped big time. And this is the second big return in a week's time frame for WWE. Well, 2 week time frame, sorry, the Royal Rumble was 2 weeks ago. But this is the second big return in a 2 week time frame that was really kept under wraps by WWE, and that's what wrestling is missing. We all love being semi-insiders, we all love expressing our opinions, but we all miss marking out like little kids for stuff that we're not expecting. So we got that twice in a 2 week period. So bravo WWE, and Mark Henry returning just made the Elimination Chamber oh so much more interesting, let me tell you. And finally we had the John Cena calling out the Shield segment. He had Ryberg, aka Ryback, on television, and Sheamus is backup, thus setting up a match between the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, against Sheamus, Ryback, and John Cena for Elimination Chamber. I'm not panicked about this match yet. I think this was just WWE's way of making sure that all these guys got on the card and nothing more. And I hope that I'm right, because the Shield looked amazing in their one and only actual match at TLC. So let me know what you think via a video response or a comment down below. Don't forget to check out the official sponsors of this program and channel, Handi Enterprises Inc., your productivity and communication specialist. If you like, subscribe, or follow any of their social media, you help me get a $200 bonus to my salary, which would be greatly appreciated. So all company contact information is, of course, in the description box. And then you have my full screen referral link should you want to try and become a full YouTube partner. This is reality according to the Razman and Razman style. It's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.